Today here with Bruce Erb and officer here at the American Legion Post 639, and you were in military police,
Yep, during
in the
Desert
Army
Storm.
during Desert Storm. How'd you get into the military?
I grew up around a bunch of military, and I was scared to death, but I joined when I was 19.
Oh, yeah, did it?
Yeah.
How long were you in for?
Just about 5 years.
Just about 5 years.
I was an MP in Germany right after the wall came down.
Oh wow!
I got kind of beat up a little bit.
By Germans or
Germans, Russians, Turks, you name it.
golly? I bet it was a crazy time to be over there when that
It was
happened.
different. I grew up in the country, so all I knew how to do was bulldog calves. So when I'd chase after people, I'd just bulldog them down the ground.
Do what you know.
And
It's actually smart though.
I think that's what messed me up. My back's all messed up and
Yeah,
whatnot.
doing that.
But it was worth it. I'd do it all over again if I
Yeah,
could.
that's cool. Yeah, what an incredible time to be in that part of the world. You know what I mean? To see that change, because you hear, you get a lot of guys that I've taken out to lunch that were stationed in Germany, and all of them say it was one of the best places to be.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, and it was West Germany, obviously, when they were stationed, but you got to see the East Germany
Yeah,
spill
it was like
over.
2 months right after the wall came down. Then the time I was there, I married a German girl, picked up the German language, and was a liaison for the German police. So I worked with the German police all the time.
Wow, how was that?
Creepy.
Really?
Them cats are crazy.
What do you tell me? You gotta have to. You can't make a comment like that and not explain.
They would. I had 9mm that I carried that I had to draw from our arms through.
Uh-huh.
I'd go down there like, here, keep your 9mm here, and take this Walther with you, so when you shoot somebody, you don't have to worry about it.
Wow, that's how they operate.
I kind of laughed and realized why they had me carrying that one.
Wow, that's crazy. But that's, I'm sure, the environment that they were in. So.
Yeah, you don't see people coming up and swearing to the German police like that, because they'll thump you.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird because I spent some time in Japan, and those police do not carry weapons.
Yep.
And the reason being is there is crime and there is things that happen, but the punishment is just. I mean, they lock the key and throw it away. They lock the door and throw away the key. And I'm talking little things, too.
Yeah.
You get caught with a bag of weed over there, you're going to jail for a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like here where you just get a ticket and that's it. I mean, and I think that's George Carlin said it the best. I mean, you look at what's happening as far as the leaders that are getting elected or that are running for election and stuff like that. It's shit in, shit out, man. And it's a
crazy.
reflection of society.
It's something else, man. I was a big George Bush fan when I was in, because when that little Haji threw that shoe at him, that's priceless. Hit his son.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I could watch that over and over and over.
So what'd you like about Germany?
Oh, it was just the land. I mean, it's almost like living in a Thomas Kincaid picture.
Yeah.
Everything was clean, and the German girls, and it was just awesome. The food was incredible.
Yeah.
Being an MP, I got to travel all over. I guarded trains and buses and trucks, cars, airplanes, you name it.
Got to see the countryside.
Yeah,
Did you get to drive in the Autobahn as fast as you wanted?
yeah.
That's cool.
I had my own car. It would smoke the tires in first gear to do about 140 on the Autobahn.
Wow.
Little Volkswagen.
Going 140 in a little.
Yeah.
It's like going 60 on a moped.
It was pretty cool.
That's crazy. What else? So you're in Germany. Did you stay in Germany for while you were enlisted for 5 years? Or?
Yeah, I stayed in Germany the whole time except for 6 months when I got sent to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to be going because I was kind of new into the Army, and I couldn't pass a PT test to save my ass.
Uh-huh.
So they were just going to let me out. My old platoon sergeant got me so mad, I went down and took a test and passed it, just out of anger. So he told me I was deployable, and I'm like, whatever, because they were leaving like that night. I got a call in the first sergeant's office saying I had 6 hours to get all my shit into a locker and be 40 miles over to this other place. And I said, thanks, you called the wrong number, and hung up. And he calls me back and says, you got, 5 hours and 55 minutes to get over here.
Oh my God. Wow.
So when I got sent to Saudi Arabia, I wasn't even in the same platoon. I switched platoons and just went with a whole new group of guys, and it's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It was
That's
fun.
You still, you were still MP, I'm assuming, when you got to sent to the other platoon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once an MP, always an MP.
Yeah, that's incredible. So what'd you do when you got out of the service?
I ambled around a little bit, worked a bunch of different places, and had some troubles fitting into society. They didn't have all the programs like they have now.
Yeah.
This is back in '94, and people just thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
They were afraid of Vietnam vets, and they weren't sure what to do about us.
Yeah. It's getting better though.
Oh yeah.
Not fast enough, but it's at least going in the right direction.
There's a lot more awareness.
Yeah, that's a big. And then that kind of leads me to my next question. You said you'd been involved with the Legion for 11 years,
Yeah.
and kind of just walked in on the street and
Yep.
been here ever since.
Yep. Just fell in love with it. The commander, he was standing by the door every Friday and Saturday night. He'd stand there and lean against the pool table and shake everybody's hand that came in.
Yeah.
It's just a good time.
That's cool, and we talked about this before we started the interview, and I always go back to it because it's very important, and that is a support system, you know, for veterans and guys that do not have lucky enough to have either whether it's family or a big large group of friends to pull from. This is just as good, I think. It's a family here.
It is. I tell everybody to come out here because no matter what story you tell, there's always you can be all doom and gloom and wallowing in your own shit, and everybody's like, "Oh man." There's somebody that'll trump your story.
Absolutely, but it's understanding, and that's what it comes down to. I mean, you can empathize with somebody all you want, but especially if that person is looking for someone that understands what they're going through, this is the place to be, for sure.
What I like is different generations getting together, and I've heard so many stories from old World War II guys.
Oh yeah.
It's just so neat to be able to talk to them, and they talk to you in a language that you understand.
Uh-huh. And then again, it's like you said, when you mold around, a lot of guys that get out, the military works a lot different than the private sector, you know, and I can see it being, it's extremely frustrating to me working in it. I was never in the military, and I just grew up with that value to, you know, you get what you put out, you get out what you put in, you know, and a lot of people
in the military,
don't
everything.
do that.
I mean, everything in the military, you're trying to do the next job.
Yeah. That's how
then
clear
you
it off
get
your
out
plate.
and you start working like that, and it just scares people.
Yeah, it's not the same way.
I told Alf Erickson from Erickson Transport, the owner of it, when he interviewed me. He says, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" I said, "Sitting in your chair."
Did you get the job?
I got the job.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was a data entry guy.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like that stuff. It's comforting. You know what I mean? Like I said, when we were talking about my record collection. I think that's part of it. File it, put it up,
Yeah.
listen to it, file it.
Got
That's
to
cool.
have something.
Yeah.
I paint pictures. I painted that picture in the window over there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. That's really cool. I had no idea. I've stared at that thing for almost a year now. I've been here every week for a year, and that's awesome.
I gave a bunch of pictures to the ladies' auxiliary to raffle off to make money.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh man, those are so good." I'm like, "I keep the good ones at home, man."
That's
So
cool.
I painted this one and brought it out.
That's cool. That's really good.
They had it up on the wall, and I said, "It looks cool on the wall, but if you put it up against the window, the light comes
shine
through and
through
hits
it.
it and makes it glow."
Yeah,
Been there ever since I put it there.
that's awesome. That's cool. Well, I appreciate your time today. I appreciate you sitting and having lunch with me, and above all, your service and what you do for the community, especially here at the Legion.
Well, thank you.